the next part, which is molality and normality. We also have percent concentration, but kung mahuman ka sa practice problems, we will discuss percent concentration. Okay, let me just share. Do we have a recitation today? Or human na ta sa recitation part mo? Okay. Sige, so let's proceed. So just remind me more if I forgot something. Okay. So, klaro lang. Let me check. Okay, klaro. Before I discuss molality and normality, so let me just share to you this hack or a shortcut on how to remember the different calculations using, or if you're calculating for mass, for moles, and then you have the formula of mass. So your formula mass, the same language how with your molar mass. Molar. So unsa dito ang unit for molar mass, that's grams per mole. So if you're calculating, or if you are asked to calculate for the moles, and you have the mass, so this one, I'll just write the unit. So you have your grams or mass. So unsaon ninyo kung calculate sa mass if you have the molar mass and the mole. So basically that's divide or multiply. So you actually divide. So you divide. So kung makalimot mo, no, you can always remember this kaning triangle. So it's not siya sa baba. So it's division. So you get the no, I mean, i-calculate din nyo ang mass. So that's grams. So you want to get this one. So you'd have the mole. So it's multiplication. Okay. So that's multiplication if you're looking for this one. So what if you're looking for the mole? So that's division. So since you will have grams or milligrams per mole, and we can use dimensional analysis to see the cancellation of your unit. So basically, cancel out siya. So if you have the molar mass, so you can calculate either the mass or the moles. Okay? So kaya na, mag-proceed na ta. I'll be introducing for today the concentration expressed in molality. So in molality, it is actually expressed in small letter m. And it is defined as the number of moles of solid, or dili na siya solution. In this case, kilograms of solvent na siya. Dili na siya solution. And take note, this is always in kilograms. And its unit is mole per kilogram, or m for molal. And take note, si molality, you actually use molality when you're preparing a solution that is temperature dependent siya, or it can actually change along with the change in temperature. So that's why we use the mass as solvent. So we have another practice problem. Kaya ba? Okay, so take note, always start the problem or answer the problem by taking notes given. So let me just read the problem. Determine the molality of a solution prepared by dissolving 28.60 grams of glucose in 250 grams of water. So you are given the mass of glucose as well as the grams of water. So take note, the rate it is already mentioned na mass siya sa water. So we just need to convert it to kilograms. Okay, so what we will do is that we will first identify the given, then we will convert the mass of solvent to kilograms. We will calculate the molar mass of glucose and then calculate the moles, then apply the molality formula. Okay, so ready na mo, mag-solve na ka sa PCASAL here. So let's take note that it's ako lang i-split B for di na wala ang audio. Okay. So klaro lang na. Okay, so while I'm doing the calculation, so you can do on your part, no, so kung may paper or your gadget, so you can also do the calculation. So that's problem number 3. So supposedly, ako nung butang ang given. So let's just write the given here. So what's given? The mass of glucose. So what's your mass of glucose? That's 28.60 grams of, unsay formula man sa glucose be? Kaya sa biochem, agad tayo glucose na biochemical reactions. Unsay chemical formula niya? So you have water, no mass of water. Kalimot ka sa chemical formula of glucose? Yes, that's C6H12O6. Alright. So nakamatagid sila. Okay, so if you have your conversion table, so for this one, we'll need our conversion table. Kung barely pa mo memorize sa basic na conversion. So what we are being asked is the molality. Ako lang isulat na molality. The formula is your M, which represents molality, is equals to the moles of solute over the solvent. The mass. Okay, mass. Mass in kilograms. Alright. So we'll now do the calculation. So the first thing that we will be going to do is to convert. Ako yung butang ng 1. Convert your 250 grams of water to kilograms. So what's your conversion factor? Ilaman ka 1 kilogram is equals to equals to 1,000 grams. So pwede siya the other way around. So 1 grams is equals to pila ka kilograms. Pwede siya. So for these types of problems, so we are actually solving mga problems na actually same pattern of solving. So here is our converted mass of solvent. So you just use your conversion factor. This one. Kani siya kay given na you see 250 kilograms. So you have your answer is 0.250 kilograms. Dili lagi mag-improve ang akong writing. Okay. So what's the next that we will be doing? It's to get the molar mass. So as you can see or as you can observe, the same lang ang iyakang pattern with our previous calculations. But we have examples, practice problems now we will be doing with a different way of solving. So for example, different question niya in comparison to this question. So we will do a different solution for that one. So later na. Okay, so you have to calculate the moles, but you need to moles of what? Glucose. That's C6H12O6. So if you have your periodic table, so you can calculate the molar mass. I'll just put on molar mass of glucose C6H12O6. So we have the atomic mass. So you have carbon, hydrogen, kay oxygen. The carbon is 12.01. Later na ang grams per mole. Ako is later. So your hydrogen basically 1. Kung now may other values for the periodic table, but per 1, yapon siya. May vary lang siya sa after the decimal point. So you have 6, 12, 6. So what do you get? That's 72.06 grams per mole and 12.10 grams per mole, as well as 96.00 grams per mole. So your final answer is at the end. The molar mass of glucose is 180.16 grams per mole. So did you get the same? So let's now calculate the moles of glucose. So how do we calculate again? So we have the molar mass. So we basically divide. So you have moles of C6H12O6. So we have the mass of solute and V over the molar mass. So let me just write for on the top. Remember, this is in grams. This is the molar mass. So basically division mo siya. So atong ibutang direct. N is equals to your 28.60 na mass of glucose, this is the mass of glucose, divided by its molar mass, which is 180.16 grams per mole. So you get your calculator and solve it. So you have 0.1587 moles. So basically, divide lang siya. Alright, so we now have the moles. We have the mass of solvent. Calculate na sa molality. Your molality is equal to the moles of solute. Calculate the molality. Mass of solute over your mass of solvent. So your M is equals to 0.1587 moles versus the 0.250 kilograms. So in kilograms siya dapat ha. So you have 0.6348. I'll just put mole per kilogram or molality. So what's your final answer? Dapat i-round up siya depende sa given. So what's a given? This 2. So you have the lowest number of significant figures. So that is 2 significant figures. That to 52 significant figures na siya. So our final answer is 0.63. Okay, am I right? So did you get the same answers? Okay. We'll proceed sa next, and then later on natin additional practice problems. Okay, so I already included the solution here. Problem number 3. There we go. Okay. So we will now proceed to normality. Kani si normality, medyo different na siya. Another na what we will be introducing the equivalence. So unsa man is equivalence. So later on we will define what is this equivalence. So ang definition ni normality is equivalence per liter of solution. So ang iyang calculation is your N represented niya is normality is equals to number of equivalents of solute over the volume of solution in liters. So the same lang siya na volume of solution in liters, but you have now your number of equivalents. Or if you have the molarity, you can calculate this as molarity multiplied by the equivalence factor. And take note ha, the equivalence factor and the equivalence different sila. So you need equivalence factor to calculate for equivalence. Pero in this case, you already have the moles here. Sa molarity formula, that's mole per liter. So we don't need the equivalence because naano siya moles. So your equivalence is actually equivalence factor multiplied by the mole of your solute. So kani ang iyang unit, equivalence per liter. So dira man small letter E. But before we go to the practice problem, let's take a look at what is the definition of equivalence factor. So take note that equivalence factor is the reactive units per mole that a chemical provides or accepts in a given reaction. But take note ha, na mo vary ni siya depende sa nature of your chemical substance. For example, is it ionic? Is it an acid, or is it a base? Is it an ion na pwede siya sa redox reaction? So, yung na ang pasabot sa reactive units. It will depend sa what type of chemical substance. Of course, we have different examples. So, let's look at it one by one. So, you have our example, number 1 is when calcium chloride dissolves, it actually breaks apart or mag-dissolve siya in water ni siya. So when it dissolves in water, it becomes calcium ions or calcium na naay positive 2 charge, and we call it ions. So we also have 2 ions of your chloride. So kana ang iyang nature. So in this example, that means 1 formula unit of calcium chloride contains 2 chloride ions or 1 calcium ion with a positive 2 charge. So our equivalence factor for this case is actually 2. kay mas stabilize man nato ang calcium chloride due to its, in this case, sa iyang charge. Because ang nature niya is it's an ionic substance. And as you can see sa balance niya nga, kung ma-dissolve siya. So you have 2 here, 2 over here. Okay, so let's have another example of equivalence factor. So we have acids. So if we have acids, there's different sa iyahang definition of equivalence factor, but same na reactive na unit. So you have here, it will be based on the protons that it will be donating or giving. So for example, no, we have HCl, wherein your equivalence factor or N, that's why I have mentioned na moles. Diba si moles kay N mo siya. But sometimes it can also be referred to as equivalence factor. That's why sometimes it's okay to spell out moles kung naasad sa equivalence factor. Okay, going back to our example, we have your hydrochloric acid. So as you can see, one man ang iyahang equivalence factor. It's because when we dissolve hydrochloric acid in water, so it actually dissociates or it breaks down to form your hydrogen and your chloride ions. So you only have one hydrogen here, kanisha, available to be given or to be donated or to react. So you also have sulfuric acid. No? Let's compare it to sulfuric acid. So as you can see, sulfuric there actually 2 hydrogen atoms. So it can actually dissociate to form SO4 or bisulfate and a sulfate ion. So pwede pa ni siya muhatag. Pwede pa siya muhatag. Then it will form sulfate na lang. So ikaduha siya pwede mag-atag. So kani, muhatag siya 1, it will form this one bisulfate. Kung ihatag niya kanina hydrogen, so pwede na siya mag-form of sulfate. So basically, diri tamutan sa diri 1, diri 2. Okay. So naatay analogy or an example, your mornings at a pancake bar. So let's say no na niadto kag school then nagdala kag pancake, na ba may classmate na magdalag snack sa school, then mag-share. Wala. No. Change na lang mag-section. Ay, si Teresa, wow, muhatag din na si Teresa. Okay, so kung si Teresa muhatag siya pancakes, din kani siya, kinsa man siya si HCl, so na siya friend, si HCl and si H2SO4. So si HCl, gihatagan niya 1 pancake. So si H2SO4 is gihatagan niya 2 pancakes. So yan na siya ang sa equivalence factor for acids siya. So how many can you give or how many can react? And take note again, different siya for acids, different for bases, different siya for ionic. So kung naati problems na in-anim example, so either given ang chemical formula or its reaction. So later natin example with the reaction. So let's take a look at this common sa nga practice problem. So we will be doing this simple nga practice problem. So let me read first. Calculate the normality of a solution made by dissolving 0.321 grams of sodium carbonate in 250 ml of solution. Okay, so unsaon man nato ni siya. So we will then first, so familiar naman ta sa normality nga formula, but our challenge here is how to identify the equivalence factor given now we have this example, sodium carbonate. And take note unsay nature ni sodium carbonate. So is it a acid, base? Si sodium carbonate is actually a weak base. So it can react with strong acids. So let's take a look at how we will identify sa iyang equivalence factor. Okay, so let me just change. Let's go here. Another problem to solve. So we are at problem number 4. Okay pa mo? Wala rin mo overwhelm sa calculations. Anyway, kano siya kay mga simple to siya nga examples. Okay, so let's take notes sa given. Naaman tayo copy no, the downloadable sa Google Classroom, so you can refer to that. So let me just write the mass of sodium carbonate. So I'll just write sodium carbonate. So that's 0.321 grams. And we have the volume of solution. So in this case, no, we don't need to convert it as a volume because it's in liters, 0.250 liters. Okay, so what are we being asked? Normality. What is your formula? N equals to equivalence of solute over the volume of solution in liters. Right, so let's go right away with the calculations. So now, how do we get the moles? Wala pa tayong moles. So we actually need the moles to calculate the equivalence. So we'll do right away the calculation of the moles of solute, which is sodium carbonate, using its molar mass. So calculate the moles. Klaro ra ako here, so I hope no klaro ra siya. Okay, moles of sodium carbonate, use the what? Molecular formula. Molar mass. Okay. Molar mass of sodium carbonate, you have your atomic mass from the periodic table. So that's sodium, carbon, oxygen. All right. So what's your sodium? That's 22 point. In my reference, so you can use the periodic table that you have. For carbon, this one. So if you have another value, you can still use that. It's just the same. So sodium is 2, carbon is 1, oxygen is 3. So just multiply. You have 45.98 grams per mole. You have still 12 point. Okay, so 48 sa oxygen. So add lang. Let's add this, and we get 106.0 grams per mole. So that's your molar mass. So we then get the moles. Okay, moles of sodium carbonate. So we have the mass. 0.321. So still we do 0.321, which is the mass of solute, divided by the molar mass. So in this case, akong mathematical. So you can also use the dimensional analysis. So what will you get? 0.0020 mole. You also need to show the IDA mga cancellation of units. So wala na to na-show kaganito. Okay, so now the challenge is that how to determine the equivalence factor. So for the equivalence factor, you don't need to calculate it, but you need to look at the identity sa sodium carbonate. So as I have mentioned, let's put here first, determine the equivalence. Alright, so here we have sodium carbonate. So, sa gali ang nature ni sodium carbonate, so that's actually a base. So, si base, pwede siya mo accept, dili siya mo hatag, mo accept siya o hydrogen. So, it's the same as for the acid, but in this case, mudawat siya o hydrogen. And we're still looking at hydrogen ion, which sometimes they also refer it to as the proton, kay positive man ang iyang charge. So how do we look at this? So ato sa siyang i-dissociate in water because we are looking at how will it react in a solution that has water. So you have sodium here, and unsay charge ni sodium, and unsay charge ni carbonate. So the charge of your sodium is actually positive 1, and the carbonate is negative 2. So you can actually refer sa periodic table. Group D sodium is grouped with hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, subgroup 1. So they are actually positively charged with 1 only. So si carbonate, this is a polyatomic na anion. Anion is negatively charged and 2. So depende ni siya, this is actually calculated. Kani siya based on sa charge ni oxygen and ni carbon. So we also have a separate lecture for general chemistry. So for this one, dissociation shock, but how many of your sodium is available in our solution? So if it dissociates in water, so if you have 1 mole of sodium carbonate, the sodium that is available to react is actually 2 sodium ions, and in this case, sa polyatomic anion natin, it is charged with a negative 2. So for this case, our equivalent factor is 2. Equals to 2. So if you have a hydrogen ion, so pero naara kay available na 2 of your sodium and your 1 of your sodium carbonate to react. But if this one's the carbonate, see ang diri di ay sa sodium carbonate, the one that will be accepting the hydrogen is your carbonate. So let me just show you how para makita. So if you have a hydrogen ion here, so it's always positive 1 sa iyang charge. Okay, carbonate is negative. There. So ang ilahang reaction, it actually forms carbonic acid. Then you have you need 2 of your hydrogen ion to react with carbonate to form your carbonic acid. So, but still, diri ra gyapon mo tan-aw. Kana ang atong basis. Okay, medyo tricky siya, no? So your equivalence, let's put 3, calculate the equivalence. So how do we calculate the equivalence? It's actually equivalence equals to the moles multiplied by your equivalence factor. I'll just put n factor, that's equivalence factor. So what was the calculated? This one. Calculated moles, it's 0.00302 moles multiplied by 2, which is your equivalence factor. So ang iyang unit is kana ang iyang unit. So we don't actually have kanang cancellation of units for this case. We're just calculating for the equivalence. So pwede na ka mo calculate sa normality. So what's your normality again? Normality. That's equivalence of per liter of solution. Okay. So N is equals to your number of equivalence of solid divided by your volume of solution. And always not liters. So we have 0.00606 equivalents over your 0.250 liters. So your N now is 0. I-calculate lang 24 or i-divide lang normality. So our answer, kung i-round up na to siya, we have 3 significant figures na given. Okay, 3 ba? Okay, so na may questions before kami proceed? Okay, kung ganahan pa mo more practice problem, we have additional practice problems. Sige, so for this one, for our practice problem, this is an in-class activity. Second. Ano lang? Sige, assignment na lang natin. But it's still an in-class activity. So I'll give you 5 minutes. Kanilang sasi, problem number 5. In-class activity na lang siya. Kay isa lang ako ipasolve. The other one will involve density, and the last one will actually involve equivalence factors. So basta mag-lisod pa mo. So we'll do practice problem number 5 as an in-class activity. So I'll give you 5 minutes. Kaya lang siya 5 minutes. Okay, so dili lang ako i-project ang timer ha, but so the timer starts now. So if you can try solving this, and the output will be submitted after the class. So in-class activity. Okay, 5 minutes. You can use paper in submission picture. Minutes more. Less than 30 minutes na lang. Okay, so time's up. Okay, kinsay na I answer. So I'd like a volunteer. Kinsay may ganang mo volunteer. Wala. How about I answer? So if not may answer, you can raise your hand. So wala answer, thumbs down. Wala lagi nag-react. Nag-calculate ka mo? Sige, so balik magtulog. Okay. See, so kung volunteer, let's solve this together. But next time, it would be nice kung paano kakaya situation. Yes. Oops. Ito na ako lang set up. Alright. So this is problem number 5. Sige. So the first thing that we will be doing is to convert our volume of solution. So magsulat sa ito sa given. So what is given? You have the volume of solution and the molarity. So that's 100 ml and you have the molarity. Ang lang akong sulat sa 0.200 molarity. And you are asked to get the moles of NaCl as well as the mass. How many moles? What is the weight? So anyway, no, kung dili mo galahan og ask, you can always put the question. So if you will be putting the question, you can put how many moles of NaCl and what is the weight of NaCl in grams. So we have mass. Okay, so we have our formula. Gikan ni siya sa formula of molarity. So we have molarity equals 2 equals na siya. Molarity is equals to moles per liter of solution. So how do we get now the moles? So basically, we transpose, no? So you have whatever you do to the left side or operations that you do to the left side or the right side, you need to do it on both sides. So for example, para ma-transfer na ko diri sa left si kanang volume of solution, so you need to multiply this by letters. So on the left side, you also need to multiply. So in this case, kani siya ang ma-cancel. So now you have our formula, moles equals to molarity times your liter of solution. Ako ta siyang gi-shortcut, but this is still the formula of molarity. So we will be using this one. So ang pagkuha sa mass, you just need the initial molar mass. Or since we already have the moles, we'll be using the moles, the calculated moles, and then use it with the molar mass. So the first thing that we will be doing is conversion of factors. So we have convert 100 ml of your solution to liters. So basically 1 liter is equals to 1000 ml conversion factor. Our measuring equipments, volume, they are usually in liters and ml. So that's why mauni siya ang most commonly used mga prefixes. Alright, so that's our conversion factor. So we have, this is the conversion factor, and we're doing the dimensional analysis to get our liters, 0.1000. Ako lang ibutang 0.0. Sige mo, mas letter 0.1. Anyway, 0 naman ang after the 1. So we have the next one is calculate the mole of NaCl. So use the formula. Calculate the moles of NaCl. So kami sa moles of NaCl, we use the molarity multiplied by the volume of solution. So na naman tayo calculated volume of solution and given na sa si molarity, pwede na direction. Mole per liter. So makansel si liters. So we now have your moles, which is 0.02 moles of NaCl. So for this case, pwede rin mole. Ato na lang ibutang na NaCl siya. Okay, so unsa gali to ang next? So you need the gram. So found man na to siya. So we need our NaCl. Okay. Chlorine is 35.45, right? Okay, so calculate. So from your periodic table, you can get the solar mass. Calculate the mass. So we have used, what will you be using? Molar mass. So we have your atomic mass of sodium and chlorine. So we have 22.99 grams per mole. Ato na lang we shall either show, but that's multiplied by 1 atom each. You get 58.44 grams per mole. So how do we get the mass? So basically you multiply. Okay pa mo? Wala pa mo na ano? Okay. So we just use the calculated na value for the moles of NaCl and then multiply it by the molar mass. I-direct ko na lang na po siya. Anyway, makita mo na nga siya sa denominator. So that's pila man ang inyong calculated. So let me just calculate. That's 0.02 multiplied by 8.34, you get 1.1688. So did you get the same answer? So then you round it up. So the lowest most significant figures is 3. It's 1.17 grams of NaCl. Okay, so by the way, no, if this is in a real laboratory situation, so pwede ninyo na siya ma-measure through the analytical balance. Then prepare na mo sa inyong solution with water. So did you get the same answer? So kung parehas nag-answer, you can thumbs up. Or wala mo nag-answer. Okay, good for those who got the correct answer. Sige, proceed pa sa next. Okay, so the next one is practice problem number 6. Okay. So let me just read first. Practice problem number 6 is where a sulfuric acid solution containing 571.4 grams of sulfuric acid per liter of solution has a density of 1.229 grams per centimeter cube. So naana tayo density sa kanina problem. Calculate the molality of the sulfuric in this solution. So how do you think will we be able to answer this using the density. So what can we calculate? So we'll be needing the conversion table. So now my conversion table that is sige. So let's do the calculation together. So take notes sa sa given. So before pa mag-answer, let us write the problem number 6. Okay, what is given? Mass of sulfuric. That's H2 as sulfuric acid. That's 571.4 grams. And the volume of solution, basically, gihatag niya ng 1 liter. So we have a one significant figure na given. For density, I think the symbol for density is, I think so of solution equals to your 1.329 grams per centimeter. So it's not only conversion niya sa table of conversion. So can you check kung saan conversion factor? So we have what is asked. So we are being asked for the molality. What's the formula for molality again? What do we need form sa atong solvent? That's moles of solute over ang nga unit. Solution ba or solvent? Solvent. Mass of solvent. What unit? Kilograms. Okay, Nicole. Thank you. So were you able to find the conversion factor? So let's start the calculation of the conversion. So we have conversion factors to calculate the mass of solution. So wala, kung makabantay mo sa given, wala tayo mass of solvent. So the first thing that we need to know is how will we calculate for the mass of the solution. Since our solution is 1 liter. So we have a conversion factor. So for our volume, can we interconvert grams to liters? Or should we interconvert centimeter cube to liters? So it's 1 centimeter cube is equals to 0.001 liters. Kami siya, naman na siya sa conversion table. So, pwede mo muna for dito. So, your mass of solution is equals to, so we now use the density, 1.329 grams per I'll be writing this as this. So that's in the denominator. Multiplied by next is the conversion factor. So just copy the conversion factor. Since we are given 1 liter of solution, 1 liter, sa atong solution. So we also need to take that into consideration, 1 liter, so that we can also cancel the liters na units. So we cancel our units and get the answer, which is 1,229 grams. And you will take note, solution pa rin siya. So what if we have the mass of solution? Now we can calculate for the mass of what? Solvent. Alright. So saan na nato pag-calculate? Basically, we have the mass of solute. Nana tayo mass of solution. So just multiplication. We have to minus. So subtraction. Mass of solvent is equals to your solution. Let's put the solution and then the solute. Multiply minus the mass of solute, H2SO4. So we get 757.6 grams of solvent. So in this case, let's put solvent. But, okay na ba niya siya? Dili pa. So we need to convert it to kilograms. Pero actually, kani siya sa kilograms. Conversion factor, like hapon. So, but here, since familiar naman siguro ta sa conversion factor, we're always using it. So, it's 1 kilogram equals to 1,000 grams. So, pwede sa the other way around. So, ato lang i-direct 757.6 grams multiplied by the conversion factor. So you get 0.7576 kilograms. And then don't forget to cancel your units. Ang cancellation of units is also a way of making sure that you get your final unit. Okay, so we can now calculate for the moles. Na naman tayo kilograms solvent. So focus na sa moles of our solute. So the same as last time, we use the molar mass. Taas kayo ang iyang solution, no? So, nga na siya. Pero pwede rin ninyo na i-supply kung pwede siya ma-dimensional analysis. So, use the molar mass. So, next time kung master na mo mag-solve ato ng sulayan dimensional analysis. So, each hydrogen, sulfur, and your oxygen. So, we get from the periodic table, si hydrogen, nasa siya inang 7, 9, kami siya, dili pa siya na-round kayo. And for your sulfur, 32. So, oxygen, 15. And that's times 2 times 1 times 4. So, what do we get? Identify niya. 1583. 32.065, 63.996. Okay, so I hope I'm not going to press it. Grams per mole times per mole. So, i-add lang siya. So, what do we get? 98. 0.7688 grams per mole. Makapalaw ra mo kay mag-calculate na ta sa moles. So we now get the mole substitute as of sulfuric in solution. So we have the given the mass of sulfuric, which is 571.4 grams, multiply by, or basically divide siya. So which can be like, ako na lang i-do si mathematical instead of dimensional analysis. So let's write these mathematical. 98.0768 grams per mole. So that's 5.8260 mole. Nakakata sa mole. So we'll need this to calculate sa molality. And take note, can siya cancel. So you get sa final answer in moles. So now we use our formula. Ang sabi ako sa moles. May tugot. Okay. 5. So, ang sa formula, moles per mass of solvent in kilograms. The molality. So, you have molality. Ay, ako na lang itiretso. So, small m, which is molality, equals to your moles of sulfur H2SO4 over your mass of solvent in kilograms. So you get your final answer, which is 7.690 molality. So four significant figure ni siya, pero naatay one significant figure sa given. So your final answer should be 8 molality. Okay, so questions. Clara Russia. The solution, wala may questions. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so if you got the same answer, part lang. Sige, princess. What's your question?
Miss, layo kay ko gisaagan, miss. Pag-convert gikan sa density nga part.
Oh, aman ka na diri, sa'yo.
Kanang instead of 1.329 nga grams, miss, kaya ako nako kay 0.001329. O yeah, bisa kung saan gid nako kay di ako makuha ang 1.329.
I-divide siya kay So, classmates, can you i-check daw kung mahimo siya 1,000. Okay. So, sa conversion factor, no? Atong i-double check. Nag-multiply pa kag 1 liter. So, ang uban, did you get the same answer? Sakto naman siya. Wala, ka na yan. Sige, i-upload na lang imong solution together with the practice problem. So, tanawon na ko kung ka na sa'yo sa kanina part. Okay? Okay, naka-princess?
Yes, miss. Thank you, miss.
Sige, so remember lang, na during a part, we just use the conversion factor. Kani siya sa akong gi-upload. Okay, so other questions? Wala na. So, mo-proceed ka sa last na ako ng time. So, mo-proceed ka sa last na example, which is kani basic rin siya nga. Identifying the equivalence factor. So, kanina example, ako ni siyang i-include because the other section, nag-ask sila about this one. So, what if daw na needed kani dili siya given right away sa mass solvent. So, naapatay mga inaani na types of questions sa molality. Specifically, no, sa molality ni siya because density, pwede ni siya temperature dependent ni siya. So, that's why na ay problems involving your density. Okay, so, kani siya, anyway, akong gibutang ang solution for this one. So, the next one is, mo-identify ka sa normality and how to get the equivalence factor. So, for this one, let's read together. Okay, so we have three types of examples for this one. So, you have a solution of 0.10 molarity. So, sorry na sa'yo ko sa pagbutang sa sulfate. So, that sulfate is available. What is the normality of this solution when used in the following reaction? So, today, given na ang reaction, so it's easier to identify sa equivalence factor. Okay, so let's go to the first one. So, the first one, natay lead and natay sulfate. So, basically, precipitation reaction ni siya. Just erase. So, kani siya, we actually have different mga inorganic compounds that can react in an aqueous solution or a solution containing water to form precipitates or mga insoluble na solids. So, we have here example is your lead sulfate. So, we have your lead ion and your sulfate reacting to form your lead sulfate. So, here, the sulfate's charge is -2, as you can see. So, it can actually neutralize the 2 moles or this positive charge sa lead. Okay. So, in any precipitation reaction, so ang precipitation reaction, kung naana kay 2 chemical substances involved, it's actually a double displacement reaction. So, in this case, we form a lead sulfate na precipitate. So, as you can see here, na-neutralize na siya. So, 1,1 na lang siya ang mga subscript ni lead o sulfate in their chemical formula. So, this is actually a charge neutralization. So, the positive and the negative. So, these -2 nga charge will neutralize the +2 nga charge so that it becomes a +1. That's why ang ilang equivalence factor in this case is 2. Ganun siya. So this is how you identify for common reactions na ay charges involved or exchange of electrons. So we have here to calculate our normality. Basically, we have your molarity multiplied by this one is the n factor or your equivalence factor. And i-multiply lang siya to get your normality, which is 0.2 normality in this case. And also take note that this solution delivers 0.20 equivalence. Kaya na naman ito yung mole there sa molarity na solution. So for the acid phase, Katong example na to kaganiha. But in this case, we have sulfate. So since we are talking about sulfate, mag-focus ra ta ni sa sulfate, dili ta mag-focus sa so given na sad ang reaction, so mag-focus ta pila ang madawat ni sulfate in this case. So we look at the hydrogen ion available in this reaction or the proton available in this reaction. So since our reactant here is hydrochloric acid, so naara tayo this one, hydrogen na ion available in the solution to form your bisulfate na ion in the product side. Okay. So, kana siya, ang iyang equivalence, it's just one. Since there's only one proton transfer per mole of sulfate. So, mo-base na ta solely on this reaction. So, we have to get the normality, we just multiply again. So, the equivalence here is your moles multiplied by 1. And we also get our normality, which is 0.10 normality. So, usay atong bottom line sa acid-base reaction. So kani siya sa acid-base reaction, mo base ra jud ta sa hydrogen ion that the or our chemical substance will either donate or accept. So since we are looking at sulfate in this case, so what or how much hydrogen ions will it accept? So our last example, it's actually a redox. So sa redox, kaning nga reaction nagihapag niya. Naano siya clue? Kani mo base dun siya sa electrons. Because your redox reaction is the gain or lose, or how much electrons will gain or lose of electrons. So sa sulfate ra ta mo tanaw. Pero agere dili na ta mo calculate sa kanang na manggod na sa redox na pila ka electrons ang i-calculate nato. Dili given na siya. Dili na siya sa reaction. So dili na ta mo calculate. So here we actually base it from the 2 electrons transferred in this case. In an acid-base reaction, kung balance ang reaction, ginabutang siya na ang pila ka electrons ang involved. So for this case, ang iyang calculation is just 0.1 molarity multiplied by 2 and you get your normality, which is 0.2 normality. So instead of hydrogen as acid base, here we take note of accept moles of electrons. So how much can sulfate accept or lose electrons in a redox reaction? Okay. So naatay question. So anyway, no, kung naatay exams, so siguro kung ingani like sa molality, most commonly acid-base naman siya and precipitation. In a laboratory setup, for example, you're preparing a sulfuric acid solution. Instead of molarity, we usually calculate for the normality because ang equivalence factor ni sulfuric acid is not 1. Pero kung ang iyang equivalence factor is just 1, so you can actually calculate sa molarity of the solution instead of normality. So those are the cases wherein you need really required normality. So any questions regarding the normality? Ala. Gets lang. Okay, anyway, we'll have more practice problems to solve and more applicable examples. So I have here activity problem number 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So this one is for you to practice. So if you haven't mastered katong the first na practice problems nato, the first four, which has the same way of doing the solution. So you can actually use these practice problems to work work on para maka-practice na. Okay? So that's it for today. I actually very not a 100% concentration. So nasa the calculations pero easier na siya. Okay. So kung wala na may questions, please prepare mo sa inyong in-class activity. So for the in-class activity, na ano ko gibutang sa Google Classroom where you will submit your output. Okay, so just check. It's named in-class activity 0813. So that's for August 13. Let me just stop sharing. So, for today, ang ako basis sa inyo kang attendance will be the in-class activity. Okay? So, kaya lang kay after ano lang lang to, problem number 5. So, you can work on that and then I'll check your output para na may attendance for today. So, if wala na may questions, thank you very much for attending today. And guys, I will just ask kung part mo atong consultation with BP2B lang, part mo, sige kayo, murag wala pa man daw na-start. Not sure if required pa ng students ato. Anyway, so sige, submit your output and then have a nice day. Thank you very much for listening to the discussion. Bye everyone.
Goodbye, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
miss.
Thank you,
Thank
miss.
you.
Goodbye,
Bye.
miss.
Goodbye, miss.
Take care.
Amping, miss.